Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. You already know that we have some adorable pets, our little hamsters. The weather outside is getting colder and even inside the apartment it's starting to feel a bit chilly since we haven't turned on the heating yet. Sometimes I wonder, what if a crisis happens or everything collapses and we suddenly lose all heating? How would I keep our beloved pets warm then? So let's get started on making a lamp that will later serve as a heater for our lovely pets. We need to take a piece of copper wire. I'm using an old electrical cable that I recently found on the street. I'm sure if you look around a bit, you'll also find something suitable for this lamp. Now let's take an empty Coca-Cola can and carefully cut it open. Be very careful when working with sharp objects. Always watch where your hands are so you don't get cut. This is really important, so it's best to use scissors for cut. Be very careful when working with sharp objects. Always watch where your hands are so you don't get cut. This is really important, so it's best to use scissors for cut. We need to cut out a rectangular piece of aluminum from this can, but keep in mind that aluminum has a shape memory. When it's rolled at the factory, it becomes curved and quite springy. So be careful while cutting it to avoid any injuries. I know what we need to do. We have to heat up the aluminum. You can use a gas torch, a regular lighter, or even a gas stove if you don't have a torch. The metal will soften a bit and straighten out. This will release the internal tension so it's no longer curved or springy. Don't forget about safety precautions. Most importantly, wear proper gloves to protect your skin from burns. When heating the metal, it's also a good idea to wear safety goggles because something could accidentally pop and hit your face. That's very dangerous. Always stay alert and never perform such experiments at home without proper preparation. Children must never play with fire indoors as it can lead to fires or accidents they can't handle. If you're doing this experiment at home, an adult must be present. Or even better, let an adult do it for you. I overheated the metal and it burned. I'll have to cut off this part and start again, but this time I won't heat. We need to heat the metal slowly. As soon as you notice the surface changing color, that means the metal is hot enough and has released its internal tension. Now it's flat and soft. Don't forget to do this in a well-ventilated area or even better outside. When the paint burns off, it releases toxic fumes. You should never breathe them in. Now that our piece of metal has cooled down, we can take a wick or any string you have at home. That will work too. Wrap it with the metal to create a small tube where the wick will go inside. This way, we can adjust the height of the wick above the oil level, which will later light up. Now we need to trim off the excess metal. Don't press too hard on the metal so you don't pinch the wick. It should move freely up and down inside the tube you made. Take something round to wrap the wire around and make a ring. It could be a pen, a pencil, or even a nail if you have one. We need to make the ring wide enough so the wick with its aluminum tube can fit inside. Now let's take a small jar about 200 to 300 milliliters. Whatever you have on hand will do. It's not that important. Now we need to bend the wire properly to make a secure holder for the wick. It should keep the wick centered in the jar so it doesn't fall or move to the side. Take a pair of pliers. It will make bending the wire much easier. Now we need to secure the wire tightly on top of the jar so it stays firmly in place and doesn't move. This is very important. It will make the holder much more convenient to use and keep the wick steady. Now we need to place our tube with the wick into the center of the wire holder. You can use any kind of oil, even regular sunflower oil. We had some kind of candle oil. I think it was paraffin, but I'm not sure. Basically, any oil you have will work. Just pour it into the jar. Congratulations, Amma. Our candle is almost ready. It turned out really beautiful, and the best part is that we made it with our own hands. It's smoking a little, which means we just need to lower the wick slightly. The lower the wick, the smaller the flame will be. It's important to find the right height so the wick burns evenly and the candle doesn't smoke or produce soot. I got curious to see how the hamsters would react to this candle, whether they'd be scared of it or not, so I decided to take the candle to their room and watch their reaction. They reacted really well. The candle was already giving off quite a bit of warmth, and the hamsters immediately got curious about this warm, brightly glowing thing. Write in the comments which country you're watching my channel from. I decided to take it a step further. I thought if the candle is that hot, why not make a small radiator for it so it can heat a larger area and become much more efficient? This hamster is a real athlete. Look how fast he's running on the wheel. Do you have any pets at home? Look how adorable they are. You can watch them all day. I really love them. These hamsters are so funny and cheerful. Sometimes they're calm and polite, and other times they sleep half the day and won't even run a bit. But they're still so cute and amusing, and they always lift my mood. Yes, the candle is really powerful. Look how quickly it heated up the jar. I held it for just a few seconds and it's already so hot that it's hard to keep in my hands. Alright, let's figure out how to mount this jar above our candle. I found some leftover pieces of this mesh. It looks like a corner piece used for walls. I think it will make a great holder for the jar. We need to straighten the mesh a bit and see how it fits with our candle. Because it's perforated, it will do a great job of conducting heat and spreading it evenly throughout the room. Now we just need to cut off the extra piece, and it's almost done. I decided to cut off another small piece and bend it to make a support leg. This way, the structure will be more stable and secure, and the jar on top won't fall off. Just look how cute they are, so funny and full of life. I love watching them. I wonder what makes these hamsters so playful and cheerful. They always seem to be enjoying life to the fullest. Sometimes I even envy them a little. Everything seems so peaceful and perfect for them. But that's how it should be, because they're our pets and we need to take good care of them so they always feel their best. I trimmed a small piece off the edge of the mesh and slightly melted the tip with fire to make a little shoulder. I trimmed a small piece off the edge of the mesh and slightly melted the tip with fire to make a little shoulder. This way, it will hold the jar more securely. Yes, it's coming together really well. I really like it. I think this setup will stay secure and do a great job of spreading the heat. Meanwhile, the hamster probably got hungry and is looking for something tasty to eat, though it seems like he doesn't even know what he wants. What do you think hamsters love the most? Write your answer in the comments. Alright, it's time to attach all our mounts to the candle itself. I think if we tighten them well with wire, the structure will stay firm and won't move anywhere. Now it's time to place our jar, which will serve as a radiator, on top of the candle. Oh no, something went wrong. I think I bent the mesh the wrong way. It should have been folded in the opposite direction, and I got the angle wrong. Be careful when adjusting the tilt. The jar needs to stand exactly in the center of the candle for everything to work properly. But that's easy to fix. We just need to bend the mesh the other way. Remember that any metal can easily hurt your hands, so always be careful, especially when working with metal parts. Protect your hands and fingers. It would be great if you could come up with some life hacks for our hamsters and share them in the comments. Maybe you have something useful at home that your pets use. I think it could be perfect for hamsters too. Can hamsters even have fleas? Look how she's nibbling his back with her teeth. Maybe she's looking for something tasty, or is she actually biting fleas? What do you think? Look at their pink little ears, just like real mice. They're so thin you can even see every tiny vein inside. It's so fascinating. Well, now it seems everything worked out right. The jar is standing almost perfectly straight. I think that's great. Perfect. It's time to test our invention. Let's light the lamp. I think this lamp will really help the hamsters stay warm during the cold winter, creating a cozy and comfortable atmosphere. Look how cute they are. One hamster is gently nudging the other with his little nose, helping him get through the obstacle. Wow, I didn't expect the lamp to heat the jar so much. The flame is almost reaching the top. I think we need to diffuse the heat a bit. Let's take some aluminum foil and make a small reflector inside the jar. This way the flame won't hit the top as strongly and the heat will spread along the sides, keeping the jar from getting too hot. We need to fold the foil into a tight, solid pad, kind of like a small dish. Just tear off a piece by eye and press it together a bit to make it firmer and denser. This little dish will help reflect and spread the heat more evenly. The hamsters felt the warmth and are already getting ready to sleep. Now we just place our foil inside the jar. It should be slightly wider than the jar itself, so it expands inside and stays firmly in place. Make sure it doesn't fall out or put out the candle, so make it a bit larger in diameter and carefully but firmly push it inside. It will spread out and hold securely. Yes, I can already feel the warmth spreading evenly through the jar. That's wonderful. It disperses the heat perfectly and the hamsters felt it too. They've already curled up and gone to sleep. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. It really helps my channel grow. Please subscribe and share this video with your friends. I'm sure they'll also enjoy seeing how we made this little heater lamp for our hamsters. Now, even during the cold season, they'll stay warm and cozy. See you in the next video.